Do you want to learn how to checkmate your opponent in the middle of the board in just 22 moves? Win a queen in just 20? Checkmate in 19? Games 4 and 5 you will just have to wait and see. Vladimir Kramnik loves playing this setup. Knight to f3, bishop to g2, then castle. I'm not saying I can play anything like him, but I can come close by playing one of his most popular setups. This video will help you go from 900 to 1000 in your own games, teaching you one of the best ways to play with white. I explain my moves as I play them live. 5 minutes per side on Lichess. I will see you at the end. My opponent might go e5. This is a nice tactic using the pin, but not today. Because e5 I can't take because the bishop takes my bishop, so it's a nice tactical shot there. And here we go again, the King's Indian setup. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my opponent has forgotten now I can just take it. So I'm gonna suggest a take back if they want it. Or else I will take the pawn. Cool. Knight g4, moving a piece for the second time. Doesn't do anything. So d4, here we go again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. d4, you're controlling e5 twice. I can kick the knight away. That's why in the opening you should not be moving a piece more than twice. Now I can actually punish this knight, because if I go d5, where's it going next? And already there's going to be some development problems. So let's go d5, kick it away. At the moment I am blocking in the bishop. So, but he has to move the knight again. Now I can go c4, which is a good move, because you defend your pawn with another pawn. The queen defends it, and my next move is a3, just to kick the knight away. It's going very well. Already it's move 7. I feel my position is very strong. I can see my opponent's idea. If I take, then the knight will take my center pawn. But the problem is I can attack first. The knight has to move to the side, and then I take. And then I win a pawn. So already by move 8, I've got a really nice position. Take. If the knight comes here, I can attack it again with b4. I can also go bishop e. No, I can't here. So let's attack it again. Interesting. I think I might want to be a bit subtle here, because if I go b4, the knight comes in here. It's not actually trapped. b4 here. I might be a little subtle. If I go knight c3 first, then b4 actually traps the knight. So because of this opening tactic, I think I'm going to play knight c3 first. Now my opponent's fallen for it, which is great. b4 actually traps the knight, controlling the square. So great. Move 11, guys. Move 11 and you win your opponent's knight. Sounds pretty good to me. In your next blitz game, go for it. Play knight f3, g3, bishop g2, castle, and you can also get wonderful positions in your games. That's the point of this video, to show how you can go from 900 to 1000. If you're interested, check out the previous rating climb videos, where I go from 600 all the way up to my current level, 923, and I plan to keep going all the way up. My opponent is losing knight. They are in big trouble. One suggestion is play 4 games of blitz chess. 2 whites, 2 blacks. Play the openings I've showed you. That is the best way to learn. Take. And now I can actually come back, but I think I'm going to attack that bishop. Knight here, which is pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, attack the bishop. And to be honest, in my opinion, I feel like I've done nothing special. Now I can take the bishop, because after take, then this pawn is no longer defended by the bishop. So I think that's a pretty cool option. So let's go for it. hit the rook. The queen is very well placed in the center. I am a knight up. This is called developing with tempo. I can get the bishop out to attack the rook. Now my opponent might go d6, but that's fine. Hit the rook. Why not? If they block, then I'll go rook c1. Attacking the queen, good move. I'll deal with the queen first, then I'll get a rook to the file. My opponent's king is still in the middle. They are in big trouble. Rook back to c8. You can see my opponent is really setting up their pieces for the next game. Knight here would be completing the set. Let's keep going. Right, let's get the file. Rook c1. I can also put pressure on this pawn. But okay, let's just trade. Why not? One option was h3, kick the knight away, and then the knight can come in, pressuring here. Interesting. Now I might go for a double attack. Interesting. Queen here means I attack the rook and the pawn. So let's go for it. Yeah? Why not? 1, 2. Perfect queen right in the center. Take. The funny thing is I can take that rook, but I don't see the point. Let's just get the file. Queen controls the board, bishop controls the diagonal. This knight can hop in. Here, I can kick the knight away, and then this bishop can come in as well. My opponent has missed it. I can actually take the rook in the corner, but I think I've got checkmate here. Let me have a think. Check, king up. Where's the checkmate? Oh, can't take because queen f2. Nice one. The funny thing is, king h1, my king is actually completely safe. That's pretty cool, actually. Let me have a think. How do I want to do this? Oh, I've got a really cool tactic, guys. Bishop g5. And if queen takes d4, that is checkmate all of a sudden. So because of this tactical shot, I'm going to play it. And I hope he falls for it, because then it's just a good tactic to set up. Let's go for it. Bishop g5, why not? Take, mate. Please fall for it. That would be awesome. By the way, I'm also attacking the knight. I've just realized that. So I can take that next, and brilliant. So that's how you win in 22 moves, guys. Checkmate on the back. Beautiful. Knight 3, d5, controlling central light squares. c5, controlling all the center. Now we'll see. Now we're getting to the exciting positions. Now if I castle, my opponent goes e5, gets the center, but here is a chance to strike in the center. You play d4 first. Hopefully my opponent takes and then goes e5, because then this will be another instructional moment where the center starts to explode. Okay, so that line, well, I'm pretty sure someone will play that in the future. c4 again, opening up this diagonal. And in a previous rate and climb video, you might remember the queen sneaking out. Right, bishop goes there, so one option is I can actually take and then make them realize they've wasted a move. I can also take in the center as well. So lots of choices here, which one to take. So today I'm going to play this capture, because if they take, then this could be a target. If they take with the knight, then I can get a huge center with e4. So let's go for that. So that is the big difference. My opponent needed to have taken with the pawn. e4 and already move 8. I feel like I've got a really nice position already. My opponent cannot go back to f6 because e5 will just win a piece. a3, put the knight on the edge, and it's basically out the game. So that tends to be a good strategy. If your opponent moves their knight to a spot like b4, kick them away. And today, His only retreating square is a6. Oh, what a move. Crikey, didn't expect that. That's a move, isn't it? Take. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. What a move. Well played. See, the funny thing is, I might just get my knight out and then do something else. Right, fascinating actually. Take, hitting the knight. Take. That's so interesting, isn't it? And then I get a pawn here. My A pawn becomes a D pawn. Unfortunately, I don't think I can go for it because it's bad. Let me have a think. Take. Castle. And it is it's an absolute gorgeous mess. Well, actually, the queen can take the pawn, so no. Forget that, mate. Forget it. Right, let's have a think. I'm going to play maybe a sneaky move. Bishop here. Pin. Looks a bit ugly to put the bishop on this square, but I'm pinning the knight, and then I actually plan a discovery. That's a good move. I did not expect that. That's a really, really good move. Wow, because if I take, that's a check. Oh no, but then I take, and then take, and then take. Let's review that again. I thought it was a stunning move, but it doesn't work. So let's go through that, because it's very important in chess to think at least 3 moves ahead, in my opinion. Take with check. I take with the bishop. They recapture with the pawn, and then I take the bishop. I'll go red here. I take with the bishop, and then I've got a bishop and a knight against a bishop. I am a piece up. Now I'm winning. And my opponent didn't actually play that capture, but I would have been up a piece anyway. Now the queen is right in the center, attacking the bishop and the pawn on g7. Take. Rook f8 is forced, and then I'm just going to get my pieces out. After knight d2, I can actually play knight b3 to fork queen and bishop. So I know I'm completely winning, I'm up a piece, but I still have to deliver value and just explain the moves as best I can. Now I can just take back, but I'm going to play knight b3. I don't see why not. Attacking both. By the way, this is the cool thing. That pawn is defended because my queen is here. So I'm good. I'm just completely winning here. Also, my opponent's king is in the middle. Another option to continue, put the rook on the open file. My opponent has nowhere to go. Take. And now I can play rook takes, actually, because then rook c3 is more interesting. Even rook here. This can come in the game as well, rook d1. Drop the queen back if I ever want to, because I'm completely winning. Right here, let's have a think. Do I want them to castle? Well, actually, that's the funny thing. If here, castle, I got rook c3, so that's another tactic I'm setting up. So I'm actually going to play that, see if they fall for it. If they do, then that's fantastic. Hopefully they castle, and then rook c3, brilliant. Now I win the queen. Good. 1 minute 05 against 1 minute 55. Check. 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 My opponent should have taken with the rook, but anyway. And my opponent resigns, fair enough. Yeah, very nice game. 22 move victory, guys. That's it. 22 moves. 2 moves. d5, f5. Knight g4 coming in here. Castle. h5 coming in here. Now I can just go h3, kick the knight away. I could even go h4. So if you are ever worried about this, you should play one of these moves. So I'm just going to kick the knight away. They have to retreat, and then I get the center. And really, the truth is my opponent hasn't really done anything good on the king side. Wow, sacrificing a knight. Crikey, should I even take that? I think I should, because there's no way easily in for the queen. Very interesting. Take knight. You know what? Practically speaking, I'm going to make this useful for you. If you're not sure what to do, don't take the piece. Let's just get d4 in. Because then, that bishop is in the game. Which is helpful now. It's a bit different now because the bishop controls the diagonal. So if I take, I can actually block with the knight, or the knight here. Fascinating, actually. How do I make this useful for you guys? Do I even bother to take the knight? That's the fascinating thing. You know what? No, I'm not going to take the knight. Just to make it useful, because in a real game you might be worried about this. So I'm not going to take it, and we're going to go queen a4 again, like we've done a lot, and it's just worked out so well. If they waste time moving the knight now, that's fine. This is known as a fishing pole or a fishing hook, where you put a minor piece here, and if I take, then the rook is open. But okay, now things are different. I can take, and then knight e5 is very different. Right, let me have a think. Let's kick the knight first. If the knight hits my queen, I'll drop it back to c3, because then I can hit the knight from here. Not only that, I'm hitting the pawn. Now my opponent's setup doesn't really make any sense. Knight g5 means I can attack from the side, so yes. Ah, my opponent hasn't seen it. Right, cool. Both knights were hanging. Oh, that was checkmate. That was silly. Should have played checkmate in one move. Now I got a chance, right. So I'm up a queen, but it's very instructive just to checkmate as fast as possible. Only way to block is the bishop, but I take it. Now I'm going to open it up. Bishop here and then mate on e7. Controlling the diagonal, fair enough, right. Setting up in this structure, fair enough. Maybe knight e7 was possible. Knight c6, that's not accurate. Normally in positions you want to give yourself the chance to move the c pawn, right. I could go b3 and bishop b2. Yeah, let's go for that. Double fianchetto, very nice way to play. My opponent might want to actually attack from the side. Yeah, fair play, man, fair play. Right, cool. We have a tough game now. The cool thing is I could actually play bishop here to stop them castling, which is very interesting. But you know what? Let's just keep it clean. This could be a long game. Knight d2, right. So what's happened? The knights defend each other. Both bishops are fianchetto. We both have very solid pawn structures. This is going to be a long game. My opponent wants to get e5 in, fine. I might get in c4 first as a pawn break to suit me. So let's go for that. If take, now the knight can come in. Fair play, knight coming into here, fine. I can just attack it though. With a3, that's the funny thing, because here, bishop here, the knight is actually trapped. So I think my opponent has wasted a move. That is a square to work with, so I might just go queen e2 just to stop any shenanigans. Don't see why not, yeah. I don't need to encourage the knight to come in, so let's play a good, sensible move. Which rook? To the c file. This one. Because then, if a4, I can go a3. the knight moves away, then I can go b4. Also, I didn't want to move this rook because then the knight can take that pawn. Very solid structure. Right, we're in for a long game. Okay, let's go. Now we need a plan. Can I use this tactic? I think so, because it's quite instructive, so I am going to go for it. If a3 knight here, b4, I can play it because you can't take, because the rook will take the rook. So let's go for that. Whenever there's a chance for an instructive tactic, I will go for it. So why not? Knight has to go back, and then b4. Getting space, making progress slowly, using the rook. Now I'm very pleased that I actually put this one. Bishop d7, good move, because then now you're threatening to take. Now I can actually push just to get space. b5, take, take. The queen is defending it. Right, I might actually go for that chance. I could keep it flexible with a move like bishop c3. I could push with b5. You know what, let's get on with it. b5. I've just realised my opponent has this move. Amazing. Because if take, then the bishop can take my bishop. Right, I've got my queen on it. Right, let's go. Now you can't play here because of my rook. Now it comes back in, yeah, fair enough. So looking back, I should have kept it flexible, should play bishop c3. Now can I attack this knight? Yeah, bishop c3. Knight a2 though. Damn. Okay. Okay. Got to concentrate now. If knight here, b6 is annoying. Ugh, dear. My opponent is fighting really well, controlling lots of squares. What bishop here first? That's what I don't understand. Bishop back. Let's go knight here. Threatening this. So I expect this, and maybe knight in. Creating some sort of imbalance now. Yeah, let's go for that. I need to change the structure. So I want b6 and then knight e5. Because if take, take, maybe my bishop can sit in the center. Right, lots of ideas. Queen b6, oh, good move. Another good move, right. I've totally forgot about this. Now, bishop f1 is probably the only move to defend it. Right, 1 minute 05, got to speed up. My opponent has missed it. But that's what happens sometimes. The position is full of tension and your opponent blunders a piece. So you know what, I'm going to go back. See, can I offer a take back? Yeah. Just to make the game really close. Okay, take. 1 minute, let's go. I might actually take with the knight because then I can reroute fine. Right, let's go here. Let's take that one. Take. Right, 52 seconds. Let's speed up. Let's pre-move that. Pressure here. I am a piece up, but I still have to win it. I can come in here, I can get the bishop out, and this, I can also use the knight in as well. Right. I think I will actually go for this tactic, this pin I mean. And if the knight goes back, I'm going to go bishop here. Actually, no, I can't. Also attacking b7, yeah. 46 seconds against 1 minute 16. Nice tactic there, using the pin. That's a very nice tactic, right. Right, 37 seconds, let's go. Very good tactic there from my opponent. Defend, attack, let's go. 36 seconds against 42. Right, I'm in. Let's just pre-move that. Pre-move that. Right, we're in. Okay, in here. Let's pre-move that. Park the bishop here. Right, 1, 2, game. Check. Throws in a spike check, king up. "25 seconds against 10. We're good, man. We are good. Pick that one up as well. Cool. Cool. My opponent is setting up the triangles like a Dutch, and one way to play against this structure is actually to go d3 now. I wanna hit the structure with e4 actually. So let's say knight d2 and then e4. Now I can take the pawn. My opponent has blundered. Let's give a take back, why not? Let's drop it back. My opponent doesn't want to take back, we keep playing. So I'm up a pawn, and time to open up this diagonal. So c4 is next as well. I could have played d4 to keep the knight in the center, but let's go for this. Hit the queen. Open up the diagonal, why not? My opponent is just wasting time with the queen. Take, take, this diagonal's open. This is coming in, bishop. Closes the diagonal, yeah, fair play. Right, let's go, b4, let's get space. If c5, take. Open up the position. If a5, b5, get more space. Or even c5 is very interesting. Okay, let's go bishop b2 is possible. Got knight g5 as well, hitting the bishop. That's very nice as well. Right, I'm actually going to go c5. Hit the queen, because then I can pick up the pawn, which would be better. And now I've got a discovered attack on here, and the bishop attacks the queen. That's game. That's game. By the way, we're going to pick up that as well. So right, let's go here. And then we can pick up the rook in the corner as well, which we saw a lot of the time in previous videos. We just pick up the rook in the corner. Need to block. Hit the rook, fair play. Right, rook a2, only move. I got queen a4 check. Might throw in that check for... no, I got d4. What you... Come on, look. You can hit the queen first, then move the bishop. How many times have we seen this guy? That's how... And my opponent has forgotten the bishop can take the queen. Right. Right. Give this video a like if you found it helpful. I hope you learned a lot from this rating climb. If you want to stick around, we have YouTube's choice over here. However, this is my choice for what to watch next.